The answer to your question is absolutely no indication from anybody that there was a decision looming that was going to impact our situation. From the very first day that we went into the township of Langley, we were given a brochure that indicated we were about to meet all of the requirements. Our real estate agents, one of two, is a well-known farm real estate expert, took him by surprise, absolutely by surprise. The home builders of British Columbia, who are responsible for building the modular home that we bought, took them by shock. I think his comment was, well, there goes my life. When I went to City Hall on February the 26th, the bill passing on February the 22nd, unannounced to us, I walked in and the officials from the Township of Langley said, Brian, we have bad news for you. This came down on Friday. We were told about it on Monday. My question to them was, what now? And their response was, we have no idea.
The delays were added to, the stress of the delays were added to because we were having problems selling both homes. It was just as the markets were starting to slide, so we were both under the gun. We had to make an offer here that there was a second offer that came in, so we then had to move forward on that and commit to purchasing, and the timeline then became our homes had to sell. So both of us ended up dropping our prices. Adding stress to that was that we had to come in and out and get one more thing done for the permit, or one more thing done for the permit, which Brian was taking care of because I was busy packing, staging, cleaning, and doing all the other things that are required with selling your home and showing your home constantly. So that was extremely stressful. Brian didn't even want to tell me when he'd come back from City Hall that everything fell through. He just called it a little blip. And I think it was a day later before he took me aside and just said, you need to sit down. I believe he probably gave me a glass of wine and said, you need to sit down. And I think we can get through things, but life shouldn't give everybody so many lemons, I think. We love being with our grandkids. We love the whole idea of a farm. My family background is farm, not necessarily milk cows or anything, but we've had property in the family. And my favorite times growing up were always with family on farms. The kids were in a townhouse, and boys shouldn't all be crammed into a townhouse. So the idea of moving here with their horse they owned already, just to watch the kids grow up in a farm situation, sustainability is huge for me. I taught foods classes and a unit on sustainability. I've always loved to garden, and having our own food was extremely important to me. So just taking care of each other, support-wise. The living situation, it's tight. We love our kids, but it's getting to be a bit of a strain, living on top of each other, 10 in a house. When we're used to our space, we cannot have our friends come over because there's always fights and kids, and our room is very small. It's the baby's room, currently piled almost to the ceiling with boxes intended on being the baby's clothes, and another box is full of my clothes, somewhere are summer clothes. So it's difficult to be this close and this crammed together.
Well, we've been watching my mom take care of her aging parents, and she does a lot of driving around, and we're still not happy with the level of care that they're receiving. Being far away, it makes it really difficult. Our goal was always to have my parents close so that when they do get to the point where they need more constant care, we would be there to provide it for them. And in the meantime, they'd be able to assist us with our kids and running this property. Today is an outside of the barn day, working on the paddocks, trying to get the fencing where we want it and moving everything around. So we just kind of rotate. My dad's out here every day every day. And he works on what he's able to work on every day. Actually, we had a bobcat rented this weekend. Yeah. And I had 4 kids with shovels and, riding up and down in the bucket, filling up. We had a dump truck full of gravel come so that we could get the barn ready for boarders. And I'm trying to fill in potholes from where the cows need to go and move fences around. Well, the farm hadn't been used even as a hobby farm for about 10 years. So there was a lot of maintenance that we needed to bring everything back up to an operating status. We need to reallocate paddocks and fence lines. We've had to bring in dirt for stalls. We've brought in a lot of wood and product to build goat enclosures, and just a lot of manpower, really. And a lot of sort of unforeseen financial burdens as well for a new purchase. But everything's sort of been fast-tracked since this has happened. So our financial plan for like a 12-month period has been shortened into a 2-month period. So it's been busy. It's something to do every day. We purchased it I believe we closed in December, and we moved at the end of March. Yeah, we've been fast tracking all of our plans to try and get our animals here as soon as possible.